2017 Honda CB500X Review. The CB500X is back again for 2017, as it should be, because it's been one of the best-selling motorcycles in the 500cc lineup of motorcycles from Honda that include the CB500F Naked Street Fighter, CBR500R Sport Bike, and the CB500X Adventure Bike. The CB500X was first released back in 2013 and then went through some nice upgrades in 2016, as I'll cover more in depth below. Why am I mentioning that right now though? Because, typically, in Honda fashion, we'll see the BNG bold new graphics on a model the year following some changes, but for 2017 Honda actually did more than new colors. Now granted, it's nothing huge, but a change is a change, and that large muffler on the 2013-2016 CB500X was hideous, putting it nicely. In 2016, Honda threw this exhaust muffler on the 2016 CB500F and CBR500R, which looked 1,000 times better than the previous design, but for some reason Honda left the big Ole cannon on the CB500X for 2016, but they threw it in the trash for 2017, thankfully. Enough rambling about that though, let's get to the nitty-gritty detailed 2017 CB500X specs you're here for. The CB500X Adventure motorcycle received quite a few upgrades for 2016, with improved wind protection and taller screen. Other upgrades included a larger fuel tank, LED lighting, spring preload, adjustable front forks, and adjustable brake lever. For 2017, the CB500X is newly EUR 04 compliant, doesn't affect USA models, and will be available in 3 new colors around the world, but only 1 color here in the USA. A new exhaust muffler brings a more modern feel, which I touched on above in the previous paragraph. With its all-round punchy performance, adventure styling, affordable price point, and low running costs, the twin-cylinder CB500X is a great place from which to begin a lifelong motorcycling journey. Its upright, roomy riding position, substantial tank range, and long travel suspension inject a genuine sense of adventure into every ride and make it serve equally well through the weekly commute as on the weekend escape. Furthermore, its free revving, flexible engine performance, with internal design derived from the CBR600RR and CBR1000RR, has gained approval not only from riders stepping up to an A2 license overseas. Many countries have a tiered license setup, something we don't have here in the USA, but also from experienced motorcyclists looking for a fun, practical, and economical all-rounder that not only sees 70+ mpg, but has plenty of performance to keep you entertained, no matter what your skill level is. For 2017, the CB500X evolves even further to offer a compelling package of all-round capability with an adventurous spirit at an affordable price. While its 471cc DOHC engine, producing 49.6 HP, 35 kilowatts, and returning 71 mpg, and steel diamond tube frame remained unchanged, the CB500X's outlook was revised for 2016 with a much larger windscreen and the premium touch of LED headlight and taillight. A slightly larger fuel tank extended range last year, and detail improvements such as the hinged fuel cap, adjustable reach brake lever, redesigned seat, and wave-style ignition key elevate the overall owning experience. The ride is improved with the addition of adjustable spring preload in the front forks, new damping rates for the rear shock, and redesigned shift drum for smoother gear changes. For 2017, 3 new color options are available: sword silver metallic, candy rose red, and nitric orange. A new exhaust muffler brings a more modern feel. Now it's the same as the CB500F, CBR500R that were changed in 2016, and the CB500X also now meets the stringent EUR 04 requirements. The allowable limits for exhaust tailpipe pollutants such as carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrous oxide specified by EUR 04 are approximately half of those for EUR 03. We don't have to worry about those ratings here in the USA, but whether or not a model can pass EUR 04 regulations can determine whether or not a model even makes it to production for the rest of the world, so it's rather important that they abide by the guidelines. The CB500X in its original form struck a fine balance between a compact, easy-to-manage size and its ability to inspire discovery and covered distance and comfort. For this next step, Honda's engineers aim to boost the instinctive sense of freedom to travel under the styling concept of Feel the Adventure. The new LED headlight was physically small but powerful. Its angular outline is crowned by twin-position lights and a silver finish on the bottom of the windscreen, giving the CB500X a closer resemblance to Honda's bigger X machines, the NC700X, NC750X, VFR 800X Crossrunner and VFR 1200X Cross Tourer. Two-part side panels tie the front and rear design aspects together and feature painted uppers. Black engine covers underpin the new design, extended upwards by approx. 100mm compared to the previous model. The redesigned windscreen offers greater wind and weather protection for the rider's upper body and features a central duct to equalize pressure and reduce turbulence around the helmet. Two height positions are possible to adjust for rider preference. The crankcase uses centrifugally cast thin-walled steel. The 2017 CB500X fuel tank size comes in with a capacity of 4.6 gallons, extending tank range to over 320 miles per tank on the CB500X, which is up from the previous generation CB500X. Detail upgrades on this latest generation change for the CB500X for rider benefit include a hinged fuel cap and 5-step adjustable spent brake lever. A wave key also has a smoother, more premium feel in use. The seat unit is finished with a clear-lensed rear LED light. The comprehensive dash features a digital speedometer, digital bar graph tachometer, odometer, dual trip meters, clock, plus digital fuel level gauge and fuel consumption. Those may not seem like huge features to some, but when it comes to Honda, very few of their motorcycles actually have a gas gauge, so to me, that's a nice bonus, especially when you have bikes that carry more than double the price tag of the CB500X that are missing this feature. HISP, Honda Intelligent Security System, is built into the ignition on overseas models. There's space under the seat to store U-lock, and a bash plate is fitted to protect the engine underside and exhaust pipe on rough, loose surfaces. Genuine Honda accessories for the 2017 CB500X include heated grips, 35L top box and inner bag, rear carrier, center stand, knuckle guards, fog lamps, U-lock and AC charging socket. The 2017 CB500X SDOHC 8-valve liquid-cooled parallel twin layout offers a great combination of compact physical size and flexible output. The triangle proportion of crankshaft, main shaft and countershaft is very similar to that of Honda's 4-cylinder RR engines, and much of the internal structure and engineering is taken directly from both the CBR600RR and CBR1000RR. Bore and stroke is set at 67mm x 66.8mm. The crankshaft pins are phased at 180 degrees, and a primary couple balancer sits behind the cylinders, close to the bike's center of gravity. The primary and balancer gears use scissor gears, reducing noise. The crank counterweight is specifically shaped for couple balance, and its lightweight allows the engine to spin freely, with reduced inertia. PGM-5 fuel injection provides superb throttle response. The gas flow route from airbox to exhaust is as straight as possible, and a plate in the airbox separates the airflow to each cylinder. Peak horsepower of 49.6 arrives at 8,500 RPM, with 31.7 pounds-feet torque delivered at 7,000 RPM. The 2017 CB500X Engine X is a stressed member, reinforcing the frame's rigidity with 4 frame hangers on the cylinder head. Internally, the cylinder head uses roller rocker arms. Shim-type valve adjustment allows them to be light, for lower valve spring load and reduced eaves, and the same bore interval as the CBR600RR helps them be as compact and light as possible. Their internal design reduces the pumping losses that can occur with a 180 degrees phased firing order. Using the same internal relief structure as that of the CBR1000RR, the oil pump features improved aeration performance, with reduced friction. A deep sump reduces oil movement under hard cornering and braking. Oil capacity is 3.4 quarts. A 6-speed gearbox mirrors that of its RR cousins, which use the same gear change arm structure and link mechanism. In an update last year, the shift drum stopper spring load has been revised, along with the shape of the shift drum center, for smoother, easier gear changing. The 2017 CB500X has 35mm diameter steel diamond tube mainframe is light and strong, with a tuned degree of yield that gives plenty of feedback to the rider as road surfaces change. The shape and position of the engine mounts, plus the frame's rigidity balance, reduces vibration. Wheelbase is 55.9 inches, 1,420 millimeters, and rake and trail are set at 26.5 degrees 108 millimeters, giving an agile, yet composed, steering feel. Mass centralization, with the engine in very close proximity to the swing arm pivot point, delivers turning agility, and optimum front-rear weight distribution ensures stability. Curb weight comes in at 427 pounds for the 2017 CB500X. Seat height is low at 31.8 in 810 millimeters, making the CB500X very easy to manage, and its sporty riding position will comfortably accommodate riders of varying heights thanks to a relatively high handlebar position. Overall dimensions are 82.4 x 32.6 x 53.5 in 2,095 mm x 830 mm x 1,360 mm, with 6.6 inches 170 mm of ground clearance. The 2017 CB500X sports 41 mm telescopic front forks, with 140 mm stroke up front with spring preload adjustment alongside the ProLink rear shock, which has 5-step preload adjustment and revised damping rates, offers the rider flexibility to adjust for loads. Final drive is via 520 seal chain. Lightweight, 17-inch cast aluminum wheels employ hollow cross-section Y-shaped spokes. Front wheel width is 3.5 inch. The rear 4.5-inch and tires are 120/70ths ZR17 and 160/60ths ZR17. A single front 320mm wave disc and two piston brake calipers match to a 240mm rear disc and single piston caliper. ABS is fitted as standard in many countries, but here in the USA for the 2017 CB500X, anti-lock brakes are optional and extremely affordable, with the bump to its price tag coming in at only $300.